All right, if you're still with me or if you are joining me just for this standing portion of this class, find your way to the center of your mat. You're walking your feet out wider than your hips, turning the toes out and the heels in. We're tucking the tailbone under so the hips are gently pointed forward, little slight squeeze in the glutes, shoulders on top of the hips. You're going to inhale as you bend into your knees, come down to your squat. Exhale, press into your heels, you stand all the way back up. It's an inhale, you lower. Exhale, you'll lift. We'll start right here, and because we just hit inner thighs a lot down on the mat, obviously we're gonna keep hitting inner thighs, but I wanna give you a little bit of a, I'm gonna call it a stretch and release, starting with this one, because we get into the inner thighs for sure, but it's also like a little bit stretchy. I'm gonna call it stretchy. I know you guys will disagree. Okay, if you wanna keep one hand at your lower belly, one hand at your low back, that's a really good way to make sure that your spine and your hips are staying in neutral. I always really like this hand positioning for pretty much any standing exercises, but especially this one. Okay, keep moving like this, lower and lift. As you stand up, press into your heels. Think about engaging everything from your heel up into your pelvic floor. That's how we start to connect into our inner thighs. Sometimes the inner thighs are not the easiest muscles to feel just on their own until you're like down in a squat for like the 5th minute in a row. But sometimes they're not the easiest to just like feel right out the gate. Sometimes in this squat, we feel a little bit more quad or a little bit more hamstring or glute. So I need you to just make a little shift in how you're thinking about these movements. Can you press into the heel? Can you open up the knees and use the inner thigh to support that opening of the hips? Good. I know we won't end up on this same song, but I'm like listening to 50 Cent and doing Pilates, and it feels, I'm like, I don't know, it feels kind of weird, but it also feels right. It just feels right. Maybe we should listen to more 50 Cent. Like I had a little bit of Nelly going earlier. I don't know, it feels right. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2, last one. You're gonna take it down into your squat, hold it right here, pressing into your heels, gently pressing the hips forward. Give me little tiny pulses for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your heels, stand all the way up. Now, if you need a second, take a second. If you're ready to keep going, we're just gonna keep going. I want you to keep a little bit of that momentum going with a nice shallow squat, just small, okay? When you're ready, we're going to build off of this. Every time you stand up out of your squat, you're gonna shift weight over into your left heel, pull the right heel in to meet it. That'll look like this. Bring it in, you're gonna step back out, find your squat. Bring it in, don't fall over, and then step it out, find your squat. Bring it in, and then step it out. This is one that we've definitely done in Reformer on the Mat classes, so you probably remember this with the slider. Every time you pull the heels together, it's like that same thing we just did down on the mat, pressing the heels for beats, pulling it in, like so, right? Think about zipping up through the inner thigh. I'm just laughing at the at this playlist and Pilates like coming together. Bow, 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 bow. Good. Now this one, the pace is totally up to you. If you feel like you'd like to pick up the pace, I'm all about it. If you're good with a slower pace, keep it slower. We go for 4, 3, 2, last one, you're gonna end up standing. Pull the heels together, little bend into your left knee. I'm gonna go one hand on my front, one hand on my back. Take your right leg. You're going to point the toes, reach out, and then exhale, pull the heels together like ballet. Reach out, bring it in, out, and in, out, and in. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we pull the heel in. See if you can tuck under a little bit more through your tailbone. Now taking your leg, you're gonna reach it out towards kind of where it was reaching before, flexing your foot. You're going to sweep it across so it kind of reaches right above your left toe and then bring it back out. Okay, it's a sweep across and then bring it in. A sweep across, same thing we talked about down on the mat. Think about moving and pulling your leg from the inner thigh. Also, a lot of different things to think about because we're balancing on one leg. So if you need a little bit of extra support, grab onto something, a wall, a piece of furniture, anything. Let's go for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You take your right foot, you're going to step it back out, toes out, heels in, and we'll reset in this squat right here. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Good. Lower and lift. Do you guys ever just like stop and think throughout your day, like, gosh, life is so weird. Like it's so weird. Like here I am living my life. It's a part of my job to film myself working out. How weird is that? I can't think about it for too long. Like when I film, I have to think about you guys being on the other end of the camera or else it just gets a little bit too, it just gets weird. It gets really weird for me. Let's go for 4. Does that ever happen to you? 3, 2, and 1. Take it low. You'll hold it right here, opening up at the hips, opening up at the knees. Think about spiraling out through the inner thigh. So kind of the inner thigh is wrapping around your bone this way and kind of shooting out. Okay, for 10, we're gonna take tiny pulses, little lift and lower. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the heels, stand up. It's little tiny squats, okay, just to reset. Okay, we're doing those same things we did going over to the left, now over to the right. When you're ready, you're pressing into your right heel. You'll pull the left heel in to meet it. I always have to pull my feet in just a little, like take the turn out less severe. Step out and then bring it in. Out and in, squeezing through the inner thigh, bringing the heels together, zipping up through the calf and the inner, how many times can I say inner thigh in this class? Out and in, out and in. Good. Same thing as the first side. The pace is going to be up to you. If it feels a little bit more manageable for you to take this faster, if that's what you need to do to be able to step out and in and maintain your balance, then do that. If slow and controlled is going to work, do that. Okay, for 4, for 3, 2, last one, we take things in, heels come together, tuck the tailbone, slight bend into that right knee. Oh my gosh, take your left foot, point it out, and then exhale, pull the heel in, out and in, out and in. Yeah, this is not gonna be, I don't think this is gonna be everyone's favorite class. I think some of you probably shy away from inner thigh focuses. So I'm like half tempted to not even put anything about it in the description. No, I will. I'll call this class like an inner thigh class. Don't worry. Don't worry. Actually, just kidding. You already know it's an inner thigh class if you're here. But anyway, 4, for 3, 2, last one, your heel comes in. Again, slight bend into your right knee. Now take your left foot out where it was, flexing the foot. You're going to kick across and then bring it home. Take it across and then pull it home. Think about this the same way you would that leg lift down on the mat. And bring it in. Good. Across and in. across, and in. Oh gosh, let's go for 4, for 3, 2, and then last one. Good. Left foot's going to go out. You'll step back out to this wide plie, and again, we go back to the squats to reset. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Driving down into the heels as you come up to stand, shooting the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. We lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. For 4, for 3. I think we're all going to feel this tomorrow. For 2. And 1. Take it down into your squat. Hold it right here. Same thing we've been doing. It's going to be 10 tiny pulses when you're ready. Little lower and lift. Lower and lift. For 8. For 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. You'll stand all the way up. I want you to heel toe the feet together. Again, the heels will come together, the toes will turn apart. You're tucking the tailbone. This is going to be a really tiny squat. Inhale, bend at the knees, send the knees out. Exhale, press into the heels, pull everything together. Then inhale, we go out. Exhale, we come in. Same kind of thing we did down on the mat with our bridge in this position, right? Pressing into the heels, bringing the legs together as you come up to stand. Or I guess we did it pulling the knees in and out. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. And our thighs are definitely feeling fatigued, but you can handle it. There are a few things that you can't handle, okay? You can handle this. I've made you do worse things. Lower and lift. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2, last one. You bring the legs together. I want you to lift up onto your toes. This is one we do all the time. You're going to drop the left heel, bend the right knee, switch through center, switch and switch, switch and switch, switch and switch. A little foot stretch, right? But also a little bit of work in the calves. Switch and switch, switch and switch. You got it. Switch and switch, switch and switch. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2. I'm just looking at my timer. Last one. You're going to lift up onto both heels and then kind of walk the feet in a little bit closer to each other. Press the heels together, tuck the tailbone. Just for 6 reps, you're going to inhale as you bend at the knees. Press those heels together. Exhale, bring everything back up. Okay, for 5, we lower and lift. Good, for 4. For 3. Ooh. Ouch, for 2. Last one, you're going to stand all the way up, drop the heels, take a second and breathe. All right, when you're ready, walk the feet out wider. You're turning the left toes out towards the short edge of your mat, lining up your left heel on the arch of your right foot. You're going to bend into your knee and we will find a warrior 2 right here. Your knee is tracking in line with your second or third toe. You'll exhale, press into your heel, bring everything up to stand, 2 straight legs, arms overhead. Inhale as you bend at the knee, reach it back out for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, last one. You're going to come back down and we'll shift over towards the left leg, reaching the right arm up and over. Inhale as you come back up through center. For 5, up and over, big side body stretch, and then bring it through center. For 4, try to keep the hips in one spot. For 3, for 2, ooh. And then last one. Good, everything comes up, press into the left heel, turn the left toes forward, and then turn the right toes out. We'll hit that same exact thing, okay? Bending into your knee, you'll exhale, press into that front heel, come up through center. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, last one. And then you'll take things back down. Trying to hold your hips still. We reach over towards the right arm goes down, left arm reaches up. And then exhale up through center for 5 more. We go up and over. And then back through center. Oh my gosh, for 3, for 2, and then last one. Good. Turning the right toes forward, you come all the way through center, dropping the arms down. Let's walk the feet in a little bit closer and just take a second, breathe. I should have taken my sweatshirt off for this half. Oh my gosh. Okay, press into your heel. We get to stretch. That's the good news. Press into your heels, big inhale, bend the knees. You'll circle the arms up and around. Exhale as you dive down towards the mat, taking your forward fold. Hands can come down. We have a slight bend into the knees. You'll inhale as you lift up about halfway in the upper body. Exhale as you take it back down to forward fold. Inhale. Let's bend the knees. Come down to your deep squat. If you need to walk the feet out wider, do that. Exhale, press into your heels, press the hips back up, 2 straight legs. And then inhale, we slowly roll all the way back up to stand. For 3 more like that, we bend the knees, circle the arms. Exhale, you dive down towards the mat or hinge at your hips. Inhale, lift up halfway in the upper body. Exhale, back down to forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, deep squat. Exhale, press into the heels, press the hips up. And then inhale, slowly roll back up to stand for 2. Get it percolating. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, press into the heels, press the hips up. And then bring it back up to stand. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, bend the knees, circle the arms. Exhale, hinge into the hips, take it down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, back down to forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Good. Exhale, press the hips back up. And then inhale, slowly roll things all the way up to stand. Good. Okay, from there, walk your feet out a little bit wider. We're going to bend into the left knee, reaching the right hand to the inside of the left foot, and then opening up through that left side, reaching fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, you can close the left arm down. Let's just walk the hands through center and then shift over towards the right, bending the right knee, straightening out the left leg. Left hand goes down, right arm is going to reach up, opening up through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do that 1 more time each side, walking over towards the left, bending the left knee, sending the hips back, right hand down, left arm opens up. Good, bring it down. And then take things through center, bending into your right knee, left hand down, right arm up. Good. Bring it back through center. Just walk the hands between the feet, press into your heels, slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Shoulders on top of hips, crown of the head lifts up. From there, you can walk the feet in a little bit closer. Take any other stretches you feel like you need, but you're all finished with me for today. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you guys back here for our next class.